You only get in life what you believe you deserve. So if you want to make more money in your creative business, you need to work on your money and self-worth beliefs. Today, I'm sharing how to use affirmations for money to upgrade your beliefs about how much you think you can earn and why affirmations do work to help you make more money. Welcome to the world of Hexotica, where manifesting meets marketing and witchy creatives turn ideas into income. This is the space for women and gender diverse founders designing time, location, and financial freedom. I'm Christine Rice, marketing mentor, and this is episode 39. The law of attraction fucking works. I've talked a lot on this podcast about how I have manifested certain things in my life, and today I'm going to tell you why money affirmations work, how you can use them without feeling like a new age flake. So, manifesting and the law of attraction, they've only become more popular over the last decade, right? And this is despite naysayers who would love to see the last copies of The Secret tossed into an active volcano, or how many pitchfork-toting evangelical Christian YouTubers have called it demonic. There's so many out there. It's so funny. It's almost like there must be some truth to manifesting, isn't there? So, not that I would know, because I've only manifested a dream job within 24 hours of quitting one that I hated, or the time that I manifested self-employment within 4 months after removing a mental block and setting fresh intentions on what I wanted in my life. Now, I'm not driving a pink Lambo or rolling in piles of cash yet, obviously, but I do have enough personal success with manifesting exactly what I set out to manifest to feel like I know a thing or two about it. So I know, for example, that the reason that I experienced success with manifesting came down to a few basic law of attraction or law of assumption, depending on who you're listening to, whatever it is that you call it, doesn't matter. Rules, right? Here are some rules that I followed that helped me manifest. First of all, I believed in the non-metaphysical benefits of intentionality foremost. So this is understanding how the conscious mind and the subconscious mind need to work together in order for us to have the identity of who it is that we need to be, in order for us to take the actions that we need to take to make things happen. Okay. Next rule is I believed in positive thinking. I believed in gratitude, and I believed in having a growth mindset. And I have an obsession with self-improvement. Like, it is just a way of life for me, right? If you tell me that you love Wayne Dyer or Tony Robbins, I'll ask you what books of theirs you've read rather than make you feel like a cringy ghoul. I believe in their words. I believe that they are very, very powerful manifestors. And with positivity, what I've come to understand over the years is that it's not about just pretending everything is great, right? Positivity is rooted in self-worth. We get what we believe we deserve. So, another rule of mine is that I have been a diary writer since age 11. So I actively practice scripting what I want or writing out both what I'm grateful for and what I desire all the time. I write in my diary at least every 2 weeks. Scripting and writing in my diary, I believe, are my most powerful manifestation sessions. My diary sessions, they're like electrifying dopamine drug hits for me. I get a high after I write in my diary. I feel good, especially the first hour after I write in my diary, but for days after writing in my diary. Another rule of mine is that everything happens for a reason. This is my motto, and I don't fucking care if you don't agree with me. I have a whole blog post on this. Fight me. So I believe everything does happen for a reason. And the reason why I know is because things did happen, and you can't argue with reality, right? Another rule is that you don't manifest something you want if you are blocking it by holding on to a belief or something that doesn't align with what you desire. So you may say that you want something consciously, but your subconscious beliefs about your self-worth are completely writing a different story. And so the two do not act together because remember, we only use like 10% of our conscious brain. The other 90% is subconscious. So a lot of what we try to do with our willpower and what we say that we want, we're only using a small part of our brain to do that. The rest is the 90%. And that 90% has to be reprogrammed. And this is where affirmations come in. All right. So I gathered up all that I believe about manifesting and I wrote a 10-part free newsletter called Money Manifesting Witchcraft. Each newsletter goes into detail on how to manifest, followed by a list of affirmations for money. So what I'm going to do in this podcast episode is not give you the actual affirmations, but I want to arm you with formulas that you can use. So you can get all my affirmations that I use every day if you download the free Money Manifesting Witchcraft newsletter. But what I'm presenting today are the tenets around why affirmations work and how to write your own that you can say every single day, whether it's in the mirror or in your diary, and you won't feel like such a cringe, right? Because I know when you first start doing this, you're going to feel a little bit cringe. But after you get used to this, after you start practicing it, it's going to feel more and more natural. And then you're going to start seeing the signs of your behavior changing, of things showing up, of getting little pings from the universe, little signs that are showing you that you are on the right path. And you will start to manifest things and things will start to feel easier and more effortless. That is the power of manifesting in the law of attraction. So I'm going to take you through each of the tenets of the law of attraction by which newsletter issue I covered in. So you can get all of the details about what I'm talking about when you download the newsletter. So let's get started. So first of all, no affirmations at all are going to work unless you are able to have the possibility of belief within them. So that is one of the first things that we need to work on with affirmations. You do not get what you do not think about. This is the power of delusional level daydreaming and why I encourage you to daydream and to allow yourself to daydream as much as fucking possible about your biggest, most delusional level dream. We need to get the Lulu here, basically. So in Money Manifesting Witchcraft newsletter number 1, in the first issue, I go into detail about how important it is to start to believe in possibilities. As above, so below is at the heart of the ancient Hermetic principles, one of the origins of belief in manifesting. It means that if your consciousness is stuck in identification with only the physical side of reality, the only way to manifest anything is then going to be through physical action, right? You're going to have to work your ass off for it. And we don't want that. We want things to feel a bit more effortless than that. So if you elevate your consciousness to a higher level, aligning it with the needs of your soul, then something remarkable is going to happen. Your manifestation will get easier. Now, what does that mean? It means that we are aligning our conscious beliefs with our subconscious beliefs, with what we really want in our hearts. Not what we think we should have or should want, or what our parents tell us that we need or want, or society tells us is a good, that's a secure way to go, but with what's actually in our hearts, our authentic selves. This is so important. So we need to understand, what do we believe is possible? And then once we understand what it is that we think is possible, we need to think about it as much as possible. We need to allow ourselves to dream. So how do we do that? We listen to what inspires us. So I encourage you to have delusional level daydreams and to have affirmations around the possibility of what you want. So This is one of the big things that people come up against with affirmations. They're like, well, I don't believe that. I don't think that's possible. How, this sounds weird. If it doesn't feel weird to think that you're going to, have this desire. And when you speak it, it just feels strange. Allowing yourself to have the possibility is how we cross that bridge. So affirmations for allowing ourselves for possibility will begin. It is possible for financial prosperity to flow to me effortlessly and consistently. For example, it is possible is a great formula for affirmations that allow you to expand your belief and allow you to be a little bit more delulu. So that's one of the first formulas that you can use, and you can get the actual affirmations around expanding possibility in Money Manifesting newsletter number 1. Once we have our thoughts down and what we believe is possible, and we've gone to Lulu and we have our affirmations around what is possible, we're actively working on that. The next step is to fuel those affirmations with feeling. Because if we know anything about the law of attraction, thinking about things a lot is one step that is necessary. But what's even more important is that you feel good. And this is why my diary sessions work to manifest, because when I do those diary sessions, I feel amazing. And I believe that things are more possible for me because I'm feeling good about what I have now. So gratitude is the deal breaker or the maker of your dreams. And I cover how to have gratitude even when your life is not what you want it to be at all in Money Manifesting Witchcraft newsletter number 2. Because gratitude is the energetic fuel for manifesting. So even if you're driving a 20-year-old car, if you hate your job or your boss or your tightwad landlord has not come out to fix a faucet and you've been chasing him up for weeks, you can still have gratitude about your life. And it is important that you do and that you learn the skill of having gratitude for what you have. Because if you do not, your subconscious mind is only going to read what your conscious mind is putting out. And it's going to be negative, 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 blocks, blocks, blocks. Nothing's possible. I'm not getting what I wanted. And the subconscious mind is then going to work on those tenets, right? It's going to think, oh, okay, nothing's possible. This is shit. This is shit. This is shit. So I'm not going to help her have the subconscious belief she needs to get done what she needs to do. It is like a flow, right? So we want to trick our subconscious mind to having the ideas that everything is possible, everything's working out, everything is copacetic, right? And when we believe that everything is copacetic because we're enjoying our life and we have gratitude for it, then what's going to happen is our subconscious mind is going to say, it is possible, this is working, we're doing good. So we're going to be committed to our goals. We're going to stick to our habits. We're going to make this possible. Our actions and our beliefs and our identities start to line up, and suddenly things get easier and they get effortless. Now, that is what happens in your brain, right? Through neuroscience. On a metaphysical level, we're starting to raise our literal vibration when we have gratitude. We're starting to feel happier, more energetic. We have a wider energetic field, literally. And the universe listens. And it sees that as you are ready to receive. And that is when you're going to start to have a little bit more miracles happen in your life. So feeling good is so important. We need to try to feel good no matter what our circumstances are. So in Money Manifesting Witchcraft newsletter number 2, I go into detail about how you can feel good despite any circumstances in your life. But this is how and why it works, because feeling good is the secret. For example, I am deeply grateful for the financial blessings that I currently have and those that are on the way to me. Every day, I express gratitude for my growing financial prosperity, even if it's just mental wealth at the moment. All right, so the next affirmations that we are going to look at and why they work are affirmations for crafting a new, loving, and committed relationship with money. And this is covered in Money Manifesting Witchcraft number 3. This is about learning why we have the relationship with money that we do. Do we feel that there is never enough? Do we feel that we are when we grew up wealthy that we are feeling a little bit guilty about money? Do we feel that having money is evil? Here's an easy way to know that you've got work to do with your relationship with money. Repeat after me. I love money. Now, a lot of people will find it very difficult to say those 3 words because we're kind of shunned in society from saying that or thinking that. And hearing, especially women, say, I love money, it sounds kind of gross, kind of icky, right? But our relationship with money is going to be reflected in so many different ways that we need to get comfortable with having the relationship that we want with money. And that relationship, it needs to be loving. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So the reason why these affirmations work is because it is clearing the path from all the things that we've built up over the years with society, with being women, with growing up with scarcity or overabundance or guilt, whatever it may be that you feel. We're clearing that path and having this clear, loving relationship. So these affirmations are incredibly important. If you have any problem saying that you love money, then you know you've got work in this area. So you might be wondering, what do you mean by clearing a path? What I mean by that is clearing mental blocks, limiting beliefs. This is super important. It's one of the next tenets of having a very strong manifesting practice. We must work on blocks. It's so important, in fact, that I dedicated 3 of the Money Manifesting Witchcraft newsletters into just removing blocks. Number 4 is about removing scarcity and fear. Number 5, removing a misaligned money identity. And number 6 is about your true money ambition and any guilt you may be feeling around how much you deserve or desire it. It's important to clear these blocks before you can successfully manifest money. And here's why. What mental blocks really are there beliefs that we have maybe from childhood or from circumstances that have kind of been repeated in our lives, like, repeated attempts to raise our fees or to start a small side hustle that have failed, right? So we start to believe that something's not possible, and then it becomes a block. When you have a block in your subconscious mind is going to sabotage your efforts. So, for example, if you know that you're not charging your clients enough and you are feeling a growing amount of resentment because you are undercharging and you're overworking, a subconscious block might be, well, my work is not good enough for me to raise my rates. So that thought is going to sabotage any effort you write. Like literally, you're going to be in the middle of writing an email and you're going to delete it, or you're going to get an anxiety attack and you're going to go into the kitchen and grab a bottle of wine or start snacking. This is how sabotage shows up. It shows up in habits that are not aligned with what we're trying to do, which we know if we could do would actually help us to make more money. So in newsletters 4, 5, and 6, we're covering how to remove those blocks. All right, so far we have laid the groundwork for how we can believe in something, feeling good about it, and working to clear the path to let it in. So the next set of affirmations that we need are affirmations for calling money in. Once you've identified and you've cleared the most common blocks that you may have, you're going to need to then call money in. Now, these are consciousness raising affirmations that will help align your inner experiences with thoughts about your outer experiences. And the most important and powerful of all, in my humble opinion, is around your inspiration, because inspiration is true divine inner guidance. We ignore what inspires us at our peril. Do not ignore what inspires you, okay? You have to act on it, and the faster that you act on it, the better, because the longer you wait, the more it's going to diminish the power of that inspiration. But the trick is here, how do we learn to listen to that inner guidance and take action from what inspires us, right? So this is where affirmations for money around calling money in come into action. And I cover these in detail in Money Manifesting Witchcraft number 7 and number 8. These are affirmations for calling money in that really have to do with trust and surrender. Because the reason why these affirmations work is because once we put in our order to the universe, it is like when you order something online, right? You don't constantly check to see if that order is coming. You're not constantly calling them up. Is my order coming? Did the credit card go through? Checking the postage. We are usually content to know that it's on the way. So the reason why these affirmations work is because it allows us to sit back and to practice patience and trust. So these affirmations are going to sound like, I trust that the universe knows exactly how to bring me the financial success I desire. I trust my inner knowing that I am financially abundant. I release the need to control the timing of my financial abundance. I am patient, knowing that money flows to me at the perfect moment. All right, so then we're moving into affirmations for accessing gratitude on a deeper level. So once you begin to deepen your manifesting practice, you'll soon learn that feeling gratitude is not about simply writing a list of things that you are thankful for, but it's really an active feeling state of elation, awe, and inner peace. Accessing gratitude on a daily, even hourly basis can turbocharge your ability to manifest anything you want in your life. It's this practice that most people get wrong about manifesting because they might be struggling to truly embody the feeling of gratitude. You can't think money into your life, right? You have to feel it. So that's why affirmations for money in money manifesting number 9 are all about amplifying and really electrifying those feelings of gratitude. So this is the thing about manifesting that makes you feel so good that you're able to stop caring so much whether it's going to work at all. It's already given you the wealth of inner peace that you didn't have before. So these affirmations are going to sound like, I am blessed with the creativity to transform what I have into what I desire. Each day, I uncover new blessings in the familiar aspects of my life. The energy I give and receive in my daily life supports my growth and manifestation. Every moment of my day holds a hidden treasure. I choose to see and appreciate it fully. So the reason why embodied gratitude works is because it is a constant reminder to feel good. And when we feel good, it's easier to have our subconscious mind work with our conscious mind to do the habits and the things and stay committed to what we want to get done in our day and in our week and in our month and in our business. Everything becomes a little bit easier when we feel good, right? So now I get into the really exciting part of this, which is that there is a point where you can start to expect money miracles. The beautiful thing about manifesting is that your belief in its power is going to strengthen as things begin to manifest and show up in your life, right? So I find this happens in ebbs and flows. Like for a few weeks, I'll experience a flood of synchronicities, signs, and light bulb inspiring moments, right? And then when this happens, I feel like I am actively being guided along, like everything feels in flow. Every person, thing, and event feels connected and meaningful to me. Life feels rich, fulfilling, and supportive of my goals and my intentions. Like the signs are there, right? Things are happening. And then when life feels out of whack for whatever reason, maybe because I stayed up too late scrolling on TikTok, or I ate a garbage pub meal, or I drank too many glasses of Shiraz, I feel like I stop receiving guidance. And then it feels like there's no signs, nothing's happening, things feel hard, and sabotage starts coming out a lot more, right? It's not that the universe isn't sending any signs. It's just my conscious awareness of them has shut down. The thing is, we are always manifesting something, whether we're aware of it or not. But when we are aware, when we are aware, we can discover that true miracles are all around us. Because in essence, conscious awareness is a type of miraculous experiencing. It's a deeper experience of everything around us, a kind of savoring of the taste of life. So in Money Manifesting Witchcraft, number 10, the end of season 1, I cover how to expect money miracles and what that looks like. These affirmations are when we are truly believing in the higher power of like the metaphysical aspect of manifesting, right? Because we've done all the work, we've done the belief work, and we are looking inward all the time. We understand that manifesting is actually about thought work. It's about self-improvement. It's about constantly looking at how we're feeling and thinking about life, how we're responding, what our reactions are. And that the more that we do that, the more aware of that we are, that the more guidance we're going to receive. So some of these affirmations might look like, I am a magnet for money miracles, and they flow to me effortlessly every day. I live in the joyful expectation that the universe is always bringing me financial abundance. I act with confidence, knowing that financial abundance has already been granted to me. My life is a continuous stream of financial blessings, and I welcome each one with gratitude. All right, so are you ready to craft a Hexotica as fuck intentional alternative lifestyle of your dreams that manifests money and success? If so, then sign up for the Money Manifesting Witchcraft newsletter. So I go into detail with each of the areas that I've covered so far, and I give you a whole list of affirmations for each area that you can use and take, and you can change however you want to suit your needs and what you believe. But it will give you the clarity on what the fuck you want in your life, as well as to help you start a daily money manifesting ritual to amp up alignment between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind and the universe. So if you want to sign up for that, go to money-manifesting-witchcraft.hexotica.link. Now this is season 1. Season 2 is coming, my friends. So if you've already signed up, then you want to stay signed up because another season is coming. It's going to be a lot more around the neuroscience that we know is now supporting the science behind the law of attraction. This is all informed by neuroscientists like Tara Swart of The Source, which is an excellent book to read if you want to learn why manifesting works on a real practical level, as well as a little bit of on a metaphysical level as well. All right, my friends. So that is the end of the episode. Thank you so much for listening. And as usual, please let me know if you enjoyed this episode by leaving a hex yeah in the comments. Next week, the podcast will come out just a couple of days late because I have an interview scheduled for our next guest. As you know, every 10th episode, I invite a guest on. And this is a very special guest who has a YouTube channel showing her art practices and selling art supplies that has grown to over 16,000 followers. And we're going to have her on talking about how she makes money from her beautiful artistic practices and hobbies and her love for art supplies. So don't miss next week's interview. It will be coming out a little bit later. Usually I come out on Wednesday or Thursday. Next week it'll be Friday, Saturday, Australian time, Thursday, Friday, American time, because ADHD brain, I scheduled the interview a little bit late. So until then, have a lovely week. Work on your business dream. I love you. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.